Another little thing with you, and if you remember a couple of weeks ago, you prayed for our kids. You prayed for a group of kids that went on this little mission trip. We had 11 kids go. And so tonight what we want to do is kind of report to you what went on during that trip. And so I've got 3 of our kids that went, and they're going to share a couple little stories with you, a couple little testimonies of things that they learned and things that they experienced, and just to give you a little taste of what happened during that trip. So we'll start off with Josh. How's it going, Josh? And Josh is going to share with us, to start off with, something that he learned while he was on that trip or during our training time as well. What did you learn, Josh?
I learned that some people are different than us, and we don't have all the same things we do and stuff. And we sometimes think they're weird, but they probably think we're weird also. And in God's eyes, they're all the same.
Good, so God sees us all the same, right? And what's a fun story or something fun that you did while you were on the trip?
I really enjoyed playing with kids in the river, and yeah.
Alright, good. Thanks, Josh. Give him a hand. And this is Ellie. And Ellie, what's something that you learned while on this trip or something cool that happened?
I learned to be thankful for what I have because we have so much more than the people there. And also, a story is that when we were there was a couple of men that were really interested in becoming Christians. All right, so that was cool.
And what's something fun that happened or a funny story you want to share with us?
On the way back, we were in the car with Mr. Edmund, and so on the first toll booth, we started crying, and then the lady in the toll booth, she looked at us like, "What's your problem?"
Wait, you were crying for real?
No, we were just faking it. And then the second toll booth, there was a cop there, but we were gonna cry, so Strumans told us to laugh instead. And so the cop, he was like to us, and then the lady, she was like, it was so funny.
All right, thank you, Ellie. Give her a hand. And this is Gracie, and Gracie's going to share with us a couple things as well. What's a cool story of something that happened on the trip?
Well, I was with this little kid that was about 3 years old, and he had a brother that was about 7, and I shared with them both track booklet, and I told them about what Jesus did for us, and if we wanted to become a Christian, and he said yes, and so I prayed the prayer of salvation for him, and it was really cool.
All right. What's something fun that you got to do on this trip, or something that was really kind of like a funny story or something?
Well, it was just really fun playing with the kids, and especially in the river, and there was this really big mud pit that we would run into and jump in and yeah.
All right. And I just want to thank you guys for praying for us before we left and while we were gone. Like you heard, just real quickly, it was a really impactful time, really powerful time. And our kids learned a lot, and we also just were able to see some changes in the people there. Real openness and receptiveness to the message that we had to share. You should have seen our kids jumping up there in the evenings and on Sunday morning sharing their testimonies, sharing what God had been teaching them. And after our trip there, one of the old men, he came up to me and said, thank you for coming, and please continue to pray for our village. And so we're going to do that right now. Gracie's going to pray for them and also just pray for our service. And I want to thank you again for praying for us while we were gone and for sending us out there. Why don't you bow your heads and pray with us?
Dear God, thank you for this day. Thank you for the privilege of going to the service. And thank you that the Crossroads kids got to go to the Panamá, and that they can, other missionaries can go over there and preach to them. And I pray for this service that you will touch us, and that we will really listen to you, and that these songs will really have meaning to us. And in Jesus' name.